good afternoon. Today is the 31st of May and it's time for yet another very vague, quite boring and not particularly interesting vlog. There is, however, a particular event that has triggered today's video, and it's this. The Mayor of London has sent me a letter. We will have a look at the contents of said letter later on. It does involve my Volvo 460 from 1991, and so what we're going to go and do is go and have a seat in that Volvo and read the letter together. The thing is about this is that I can't possibly read this whilst I'm driving. It would be incredibly dangerous for me to do so. So that's what we'll do, viewers. I shall adopt my best impression of Mr. Hunter from the Jeff Buys Cars channel and sit in my car and talk about the London Ultra Low Emission Zone. Before we do that though, I do need to explain possibly to some of you what the Ultra Low Emission Zone is and what the problem actually is with this and my Volvo. The Ultra Low Emission Zone started in 2019, it was initially announced in 2017, and if you are currently within the north and south circular roads in London, and you don't have a car that is Euro 4 compliant for petrol or Euro 6 compliant for diesel, although we don't talk about diesel on this channel, then you have to pay to drive your car within that zone. It's the area contained within the north and south circular in London. There are other similar ultra emission and clean air zones in this country as well. London was the first. The zone was expanded in 2021. It was initially just quite a small area of central London, the congestion charge zone at the time. It's since been expanded, and in August 2023 it's scheduled to be expanded once again. The Volvo came from an area of London which is scheduled to be within the expanded area, which you know, is out of London really where I got it from. But from August 2023 the area is actually going to be the whole of Greater London. Euro 4 cars with petrol engines are generally those registered after 2005, although there's a huge number of cars registered before then. One of them, which is my Rover 45 V6, that were actually registered after 2001, and they're compliant. It's an absolute kind of mixed bag as to whether your car is compliant with, you know, the current zone or the expanded zone. They have the same requirements, and you just need to check almost on an individual basis. So I happen to know certain cars just without even looking that will be. Lots of Toyotas, some Volkswagens, actually lots of MG Rover era cars already are. And MG Rover went bankrupt well before the deadline for Euro 4, which was January 2006. So it's worth checking to see if your car actually is okay. With the forbidden fuel ones, it's a much sort of worse thing. It's Euro 6, which came into force in September 2015. So that's why so many of these older cars, particularly the forbidden fuel ones, because the window tolerance of those is so much greater, are being, you know, taken out of London. So we'll see what the Mayor of London says that I should do about my Volvo. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. So here we are in the Volvo. Here is the letter with the address redacted, just so you can see. It does say Mayor of London on there, but we shall read this together. Dated 22nd of May, day of recordings 31st of May, although those of you who are on the Seat Toledo and Rover 45 V6 channel membership tiers will see this around the day it's recorded. Those rest of you who aren't, I think you're going to have to wait. I do release all content on the channel eventually, just that if you do want to contribute on either of those membership tiers, there's a join button just below this video, whether you're watching on a mobile phone or any other device. And you can help the channel out if you feel inclined to do that. You don't have to, of course. I prefer you just to watch the videos and to see what you think. Anyway, dear registered keeper, vehicle registration number H847ANJ, and it's from the Transport for London Road Charger Using Department. The Ultra Low Emission Zone is expanding from the 29th of August 2023 across all London boroughs to help clear London's air. Although 9 out of 10 cars seen driving in outer London already meet the Ultra Low Emission Zone emission standards based on monthly average compliance levels, our records show your vehicle may not. Yes, well, it was built in 1991, so it won't. The Mayor of London and Transport for London are aware of this, may be a cause of concern to you. Thank you. And are therefore writing to let you know what support may be available to you. Your vehicle may not meet the Ultra Low Emission Zone standards. Just so you're aware as well, if your car was registered, I think it's 1983 or earlier, you don't have to pay the Ultra Low Emission Zone charge. You've got to register for exemption, but you don't need to pay charges. TfL has developed a list of vehicles to be identified as likely to be affected by the Ultra Low Emission Zone. This includes the vehicles shown above. If your vehicle is driven anywhere within the Ultra Low Emission Zone, including the expanded area from the 29th of August 2023, and it does not meet the emission standards, there'll be a daily charge of £12.50. Use our simple online checker. Yeah, I've already done that, of course. The compliance status of your vehicle has been determined based on the technical information held by the DVLA and the Ultra Low Emission Zone requirements, which are aligned with European vehicle regulations on emission standards. Well, yeah, that's true. This is not even a Euro 1 petrol car. It's pre-Euro. It does have a catalytic converter, but that doesn't mean it's compliant. Emission standard Euro 1 was introduced in 1993. This is a 91. Yeah. Even if it was a Euro 1, it wouldn't matter anyway. TfL is aware that some manufacturers produce vehicles that met the standards earlier than was legally required. Yeah, my Rover 45 V6 is exactly that. It's a 2003, but meets Euro 4 emissions requirements. These vehicles are known as early adopters. If you think your vehicle falls into this category, please contact the manufacturer or supplying dealer for supporting evidence of compliant emissions levels, and submit the evidence by registering your vehicle through our website. I know someone who's done this actually. I think it was on a 51 plate car. What support is available? The Mayor of London and TfL understand that some people may have concerns about the cost associated with the Ultra Low Emission Zone expanding. That's why the Mayor of London has created a £110 million scrappage scheme to support Londoners who need financial help. But I live in Eastleigh, which is near Southampton. Why am I getting this letter? I don't live in London, or anywhere near there. Londoners on certain low-income or disability benefits could get up to £2,000 to scrap their car or motorcycle, or choose to receive 1 or 2 TfL annual bus and tram passes, plus a lower payment worth more than the payment alone. London-based sole traders, businesses up to 10 employees and registered charities could also receive a payment of between £5,000 and £9,500 to scrap or retrofit their van or minibus. Well, this isn't a van or minibus, and I am a sole trader actually. For tax purposes, I'm self-employed, but that's not going to help really because I live in Eastleigh. There are also further support offers available for scrappage grant recipients. Scrappage scheme funds are limited and payments are awarded on a first-come, first-served basis, so we'd like to encourage you to apply if you are eligible. Support available for all Londoners includes offers on car clubs, van and car rentals, vehicle leasing deals, as well as discounts on bike and cargo hire, subscription or purchase. For more information on the support available, visit the TfL website. Some drivers and vehicle types qualify for a grace period, temporary exemption, from the Ultra Low Emission Zone. The grace period for disabled and disabled vehicle tax class vehicles has been extended until October 2027. Additional grace periods for wheelchair accessible vehicles and those on certain disability benefits have also been introduced. To find out more, visit the TfL website. If you choose to replace your vehicle with one that meets the required emission standards, you don't need to buy a brand new or electric vehicle. Most petrol vehicles under 16 years old or diesel vehicles under 6 years old already meet the emission standards. So this letter was clearly written a long time ago, because by my calculations, January 2006 was over 17 years ago now. Anyway, diesel vehicles under 6 years old, that was September 2015. So, well, okay, that'd be, yeah, so this letter was definitely based on 2022 information. To check before you purchase a second-hand vehicle, for more information, visit the TfL website. How do you pay the charge? If you wish to continue to drive a vehicle that doesn't meet the emission standards, like this one, the simplest way to pay the Ultra Low Emission Zone £12.50 daily charge is for signing up free to auto pay. You can download the official TfL Pay to Drive in London app. Yes, yeah, I'll be sure to do that. Available from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, or visit the TfL website for other payment options. The current zone operates 24 hours a day, every day of the year, including weekends, public and bank holidays, except Christmas Day. That's one thing I wasn't actually aware of, that it operates an exemption on Christmas Day. The same hours of operation will apply when the zone expands. Any money received from the scheme is reinvested into running or improving London's public transport network, such as expanding bus routes in outer London and plans for the launch of a Superloop. A Superloop? Is that anything to do with a Hyperloop? Or is that me just getting confused? Why the Ultra Low Emission Zone expanding? The Mayor of London took the difficult decision to expand the Ultra Low Emission Zone across all London boroughs to address the air pollution that is damaging the health of Londoners. Studies have shown that air pollution is permanently stunting the growth of children's lungs and can lead to people developing life-changing illnesses such as cancer, asthma, lung disease and dementia. Air pollution is contributing towards the premature deaths of thousands of Londoners each year, with the greatest number of premature deaths in outer London. I don't know if I necessarily agree with some of this stuff. Maybe some of you in the comment section below can let me know what you think. The Ultra Low Emission Zone has already helped to reduce harmful nitrogen dioxide pollution in nearly half in central London. The Ultra Low Emission Zone has helped to improve air quality for 4 million Londoners living in London so far, and expanding it further will help the 5 million Londoners in outer boroughs to breathe cleaner air too. Oh gosh, I could talk about this all day, but yeah, that's not necessarily actually true, depending on your point of view. Ensuring those impacted are kept informed. Having identified the vehicles likely to be affected by this change, TfL has asked DVLA to send these letters to registered keepers on its behalf. Your details have not been shared with TfL or any third party for this purpose. There's my name and address on this piece of paper! Ah! For any inquiries, please visit the TfL by visiting the TfL website, as the DVLA is not best placed to inquiries related to this letter of the Ultra Low Emission Zone scheme. If you have more than one vehicle that may be affected by these changes, you may receive more than one letter from us. We hope you find these letters helpful in explaining why the Ultra Low Emission Zone is expanding and what support is available. We apologise in advance for any inconvenience if you receive more than one. I drove this car in the Ultra Low Emission Zone as a registered keeper of this car just once. I drove it back from the home of the previous owner, who lived inside the Ultra Low Emission Zone expansion area. And that's it. I've never driven it anywhere in London apart from that. So just one drive, and you know, I did the thing online with the previous owner and his son-in-law to get them up to date. So that must have been just it. So there you go, viewers. If you have one of these older cars and you drive it just in that zone between the north and south circular and the London boundary, which is where I was, then you're going to get one of these letters, I think. I don't know for certain, but I don't see how else that I would be getting one of these. But it's a little bit scary that the cameras are clearly up and they're clearly already working, because how else would they know that I've been there? Anyway, I think that's quite enough for this surprisingly topical, very vague vlog. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more attempts at not ranting.